Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game Season 1, Episode 54. We are just 54, 55, 56, and then NXT Takeover Legacy, aka our Wrestlemania. Let's get straight into the action, because I do not have a lot of time tonight. Alright, 3 pre-show matches. You know the rule. We're not going to cover them in detail because nothing's happening of importance. They are just to gain momentum. Apollo Crews defeated Bull Dempsey in 8 minutes via pinfall. And a match has some good action, no heat. Asuka defeated Evie in 8 minutes with the Billiken. And we also had Gordon and Gable defeating Swain and Busick in 10 minutes when Gable defeated Busick by German suplex. Alright, let's get straight into NXT. Welcome to NXT tonight. We have some big news. Big news that in the main event is going to be NXT Champion Bo Dallas teaming with the entire Balor Club to take on Hideo Itami, Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, and the team of Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy. Tom Phillips, and on to somber news. Corey Graves, right. Renee Young. Last week we saw Scott Hall was laid out. Well, we've talked to Triple H and Scott Hall will be out for a bit. Damn that, Kevin Owens. Corey Graves. Hey, we didn't see who attacked him, Tom. Right, just like you aren't an asshole. Hey. The camera fades to the ring. Alright. In an extremely short match, Neville defeated Chuck Taylor in 3 minutes by a shooting star sent on aka the Red Arrow. During the match, we also had Drew Gulak accidentally hit Chuck Taylor. So the Gentlemen's Club not on the same page tonight, and Neville gets another victory here in NXT. Alright, a video now hyping Bayley and her year-long feud with Gail Kim and her Goonies. We see the Revolution now staring backstage into the building with a paper in their hands. I refuse to look at Regal until Takeover Legacy, says James Storm to what appears to be his lawyer. Give them the contracts. We're all signed. Drake Younger and Solomon Crow are nearby and nod, but the Revolution is putting tons and tons on the line. But if they win, or if James and his mind win, it will all be worth it. The next match, in a match that had good action but not much heat, Dana Brooke and Emma defeated Bayley and Candice LeRae in 8 minutes when Emma defeated Bayley by pinfall with a diving crossbody following interference from Gail Kim. After the match is over, Gail Kim along with Dana Brooke and Emma continue a 3-on-2 attack after the match. No help is coming for Bayley and Candice LeRae tonight as the heels are really healing it up out there and putting boots to asses, sending them out of the ring as they celebrate. Gail Kim and her girls are in the ring now yelling at Bayley and Candice, who are outside, about how they'll see them at Legacy and they don't care who they bring. Dominance after the match with the Hells sending the message. The women of NXT storyline has advanced. A Sasha Banks video is shown, Sasha Banks is shown backstage getting ready for her match tonight. In an extremely short match, James Storm defeated Tommaso Ciampa in 3 minutes with the longbower. Looks like Tommaso Ciampa and James Storm have great chemistry. Johnny Gargano was good at ringside. So we're getting James Storm, on the winning road here. The camera finds William Regal backstage talking to Samoa Joe. You got it, Joe. At NXT Takeover Legacy, you'll go one-on-one with the newest member of the Balor Club, Drew Gallows. Samoa Joe. Thanks, Regal. Samoa Joe turns a corner and he looks up and down. That appears to be a person who runs into somebody. Joe turns a corner and runs into someone who looks up and down. That person appears to be none other than NXT Champion Bo Dallas. So basically, Joe was in there. The conversation already started before we picked up. Bo Dallas is walking in. Bo Dallas, Mr. Regal. What can I help you with, Bo? Asks William. The fans boo as Bo begins to talk. Last week, Mr. Tommy kicked me in the head without warning. I don't think I'm fit to participate in the main event this evening. The fans boo as Bo trying to get out of the match. And Tommy kicked you because you leaped at him, Bo, says Regal laughing. But if you want out, fine. But if you don't wrestle tonight, you're stripped of your NXT title. I need a fighting champion. The fans cheer as Bo shakes his head. Look, I'm all better. The huge main event is intact. This was just a segment with Bo trying to do weaselly heel things and get out of the match, and Samoa Joe setting up his main event. His match at TakeOver. A video now shows hyping Kevin Owens and what he's done. Hulkster, Sean Waltman, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. It shows how he's been running through all of them. Next week, Kevin Owens is in action. The match has some good action and average heat. Sasha Banks defeating Carmella in 8 minutes with the Banks statement. Alright. After the match, Carmella demanded for the second week in a row. Asuka comes out to the ramp and starts to slowly walk towards the ramp. Walk down the ring and towards the ramp and towards the ring with her NXT Women's Championship. Sasha Banks slides out of the ring, allowing Asuka to enter, as Sasha will be appearing like she's been ready to pounce. Sasha looks up at Asuka and motions for her championship, as Asuka pulls back her mask and screams at Sasha, who's taken aback as the scene fades. The title match for NXT Takeover Legacy is heating up between Sasha and Asuka. The scene now starts with William Regal going over details for Legacy with Triple H. Triple H, you look beyond sidetrack. Saddened, Triple H replies. What would you be? Sean Waltman, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Hulk Hogan? All out. The Click? Dismantled? I couldn't do anything to stop Owens when it was happening. With all the security, with all my money. Nobody knew what he was gonna do, Hunter. We weren't prepared because there wasn't any signs. There aren't any signs. These aren't 40-year-old men. These are older men, less Waltman. It was my job, and I let him down. Now at Legacy, I end the future of NXT. William Regal lets him have his moment, but Triple H looks pissed off. Alright, and our video is shown happening next week. It'll be Drew McIntyre and Tyler Breeze taking on it'll be Baron Corbin and Sin Cara taking on Drew McIntyre and Tyler Breeze with Eva Marie. And the main event of the evening. The bout that featured great action and average heat. Hideo Itami, Sami Zayn, Enzo Amore, and Colin Cassidy and Samoa Joe defeated Bo Dallas and the Balor Club when Hideo Itami defeated Nick Johnson by pinfall following a double foot stomp. So basically, lots of storylines are advancing in this main event. This was a fantastic main event for NXT this week. We got Itami facing Bo, Zayn versus Balor, Gallows and Joe, who we just found out, and Enzo and Cass. So we got four matches in this main event. But all these matches are coming to a head. I'm wondering to see how my show went this week. Let's see. Oh, increase in 15 regions. That's fantastic. Considering the last couple weeks we have went down. Either way, this was Season 1, Episode 54 of NXT The Game. We are just 2 NXT television shows away from NXT Takeover Legacy and the end of Season 1. I am very excited to present my cliffhangers to you guys, my angles that will finish, and my angles that will start anew. Thanks for watching.